Hi, Pratibhan. You want to say something? Your mic is unmute. Would you like to say something to us? Would you like to share something with us? Hi,
What makes a
Pandalika.
library
How are you?
truly alive? It's not What makes a library truly alive? It's not just the books, it's the people behind them. In collaboration with the Lifelarian Association, we are launching Library Excellence Talks, a year long series of 54 interactive sessions designed to inspire, connect, and empower librarians across India. Each session is a free webinar open to all educators and librarians with e-certificates provided for participants. Together, let's reimagine how libraries learn, share, and grow. Library Solutions: Smarter libraries, stronger learning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anirudh. So it's 5 o'clock, and let me begin. I am Brinda, core member of Librarian. Welcome everyone to another enriching session by Library Solutions and Librarians. Thank you everyone for taking out time on this Saturday evening and joining the session. That itself shows that we are enthusiast, lifelong learners. Today we have Miss Monica Chandra with us. She will be facilitating today's session. And I would like to thank you, Monica, and also the wonderful participants, right? Before Monica starts, I would like to tell you that Librarian is an association for IB librarians, and Library Matters is an association for CBSE, Cambridge, and ICSE librarians, right? Like both the associations believe in empowering librarians. We have a lot of collaborative sessions, we have free webinars, we have paid course sessions, so you can definitely get in touch with us. We also look for the people who would like to write blogs. So you can get in touch with us and we will help you out as and when it is needed. So we are basically here to empower the librarians and ensure that they are valued wherever they are. Over to you, Monica. All the best.
Thank you so much, Brinda. And it was good talking to you, knowing you today. I've heard a lot about you, as I told you, heard a lot about you from Maithili, and it was lovely talking to you today. And before I start, I would like to thank Library Solutions also for providing us this platform where weeks after weeks, all of us are sharing our experiences, our expertise with each other, and helping each other grow and learn. And thank you, all of you, for joining me on a Friday, and that also just before Holy Holidays. So I know you are have a lot of work also. So let's begin with this session. Before that, I'll just let me introduce myself. I'm Monica Chandra, and I work in Lucknow in an ICSE school, and I have a working experience of working as a teacher librarian for more than now 16 years. And I've already taken sessions on for Library Matters also. And in Lucknow also, I have taken some PLC sessions, PT sessions, and in Noida and Gurugram also. So today my topic is uh, formation and functions of Library Council. So what is Library Council, how it is important, and how you can use Library Council for your leverage. That's what we are going to uh, discuss about today. But I would like to start with a small story, a short story about me, how I joined and what challenges I faced, and how I realized this potential about Library Council. So when I joined this school, which where I'm presently working, it's been 12 years now. When I joined, I was not. very experienced. I was just like worked 1 or 2 schools before. So here also I started with just doing everything as we all do, bringing the class down, taking the library periods with full dedication, helping the children learn, understand the meanings, read, comprehend, and issue return, and all those tasks. Everything was going well. But after some time, I realized there was something missing, right? There was no excitement. Children were taking library period as just another period. So it was, everything was just a routine. They used to come down, issue the books, read books, and go back. And some of them were literally waiting for the period to get over so that they can go back. So no matter how much I tried, that there was a monotony and there was a routine in the library periods. So I researched, I thought that I should introduce something interesting and break this monotony of reading. So I researched upon Google. At that time, no AI tools existed. So no chat GPT. So I only thing available was Google. So I Googled and tried finding out some interesting activities for the children. Right. So I found this literature circle, readers theater, and Scrabble games, and this treasure treasure hunt. So there were so many interesting activities, and slowly, gradually, children started taking interest in the library. Everything was like children were looking forward that this month, what activity we are going to have in the library, and so there were more motivated readers coming to the library and all. Everything was going well. But then some children came up and asked me that, ma'am, we won this competition, we won this activity. What do we get? And I said, yes, it's a valid point. What do they get? So then I thought that they should get some recognition. So I thought of the certificates, library best reader certificates of the year. So I made a proposal, wrote my management that I want to start with these certificates and some prize books, which they very happily agreed to. So I started with these certificates. Once in a year, the certificates were given in the assembly by principal ma'am. And everybody was so elated, so happy that they got the recognition of being the best reader of the year and all. Again, everything went very smoothly. Then someone came up, some child came up again and asked me, ma'am, how do I become the best reader? What is your criteria? I want to become the best reader, but how do I know what to do to become the best reader? Again, a very valid point. I said, yes, there has to be a transparency. So I started, again, I thought what to do. I started with an Excel sheet, a library scoreboard. I called it library scoreboard, where each class and section had the Excel sheet. And I imported the data for my ERP. All the names of the students were there in front of their points for different activities. If they presented a book talk, they got the point. If they participated in an activity, they got the point. Everything, they got the point. And this data was shared with them on Google Classroom. So there was a real-time competition going on in all the sections and classes, that they can anytime open the GC and check that where do they stand in the leaderboard and why. If they are leading, why. If they are in the second position or the last position, why. So everything was transparent and everyone was happy. Again, everything went well. But then I realized that it was getting overwhelming. I had a lot of things to do apart from my daily library routine, issue return, accessioning, cataloging, then preparing for my this library activities. There was some activities that required a lot of prep. So preparations, then maintaining the scoreboard, everything. It was getting overwhelming. And I had no helping hand. In fact, I'm the only librarian here in my junior library, 6 to 8, I had one library, and I had no helping hand there. Even my Didi also came in the morning, cleaned the library and left the library for me. So entire day I had to arrange the furniture, books, everything. So then I thought that what to do. And then again, one student came up one day and asked, ma'am, can I help you some way? I said, how would you help me? She said, ma'am, I am very good in art and craft. I can help you with the boards, library soft boards. And I said, very good, please. I needed someone. So she brought 2-3 more of her friends and she started with she set up my board the way I told her that I wanted to be like this. So she set up then again, her classmate came and she said, ma'am, I also want to help you. I said, how? She said, ma'am, I'm very good in tech. I can help you with the videos or anything you want. I said, really? That is really wonderful. I never knew that children had these talent. So I asked her to make a video for my library activity. I provided her some pictures of the library activity and some short videos, and I asked her to create a video for me. Let's see what you do. I was not expecting much, but she emailed me the video, and that was awesome. I could never think that even a teacher can make such wonderful video. Even my IT team could not have made, and this was class 7 girl. So I was so happy, and I said, okay, then this was a regular feature. They used to come help me a lot. But then again, a question I asked myself, that these girls are helping me a lot, but what I am offering them in return. So I said they should get some authority, right? So then the idea of, I thought there might be some other children also who are very talented, who are capable, but I am not aware of their talent, how to tap their talent. So this will be a two-way win-win situation. The children will also learn the leadership qualities, and I also get a lot of help in my task. That time, I thought of the library council. And then I started with this library council thing, where I involved the representation of different classes, and I gave them the lead, let them lead, like how you are, what do you think could be taken up in the library, what ideas you can come up and discuss with me, and then we used to implement that. So after that, we have regular, then it was a proper formal structure, a library council, regular library council meetings and everything. So that's how. So the moral of the story is that I am not an expert in anything. What I'm going to share today is based on my experiences, right? What challenges I faced, what solutions I came up with, and what worked for me in my situation. So I'm going to share what I experienced. And then in the same way, the framework which I'm going to share might be applicable or might not be applicable in your situation. So you should do some changes as per your situations, right? So I'm going to share here the presentation now. Someone please just tell me if I'm presenting. Brinda, if
Yes,
I'm
yes,
presenting.
Monica, we can see it. We can see
Okay.
it. Don't worry.
So the topic for today is formation and functions of library council. So first, let's understand what is a library council. We all know a library council is a student-led body working under the guidance of the library. It acts as the voice, vision, and creative force of the school library. It encourages leadership, collaboration, creativity, and reading culture. And it also helps students take ownership of library spaces and programs. So we all know that library council is all about students doing all the work. But just you remember and make the children remember that they are working under your guidance. The librarian is the head of the library council, always, right? Because once you start with the council, sometimes the children start working on their own. So you have to keep reminding them that nothing will go unless and until you approve. So whatever they plan, whatever they want to do, they have to first discuss the idea with you. And then if you approve, then only it will be, how is getting dry. Then only it can be implemented. Now, next is the objectives of the library council. So library council's objectives are pretty simple, right? To promote a strong reading and learning culture in the school. Librarian alone is not sufficient to go everywhere and be present everywhere and take up all the activities and everything all alone. So you need a task force to work for you. Secondly, to develop leadership, teamwork, and communication skills. Definitely, when children work, they develop leadership skills, teamwork, and communication skills. These skills are going to be these soft skills, uh, are very useful when they go out from the school. To involve students in library planning and promotion, yes, here this is very important because you are planning as per your convenience, as per your knowledge, but you don't know what the children actually want. So this library council help have a voice for students, what they want to do in the library, to make library vibrant and student friendly and relevant. Next is the formation of the library council. I would take one, I think I'll take this slide first. That students as partners in the library management. What is our benefit of maintaining a library council or forming a library council, right? Because then students become your partners in the library management. Everywhere you get a helping hand. So the first thing is that it shares the responsibility by involving students in daily library operations. Yes, library council is not just for special events or anything. You can share your daily library operations also with this council. What I did here, I decided student librarians in each class and section. So these student librarians were considered as a part of library council, but their role was only in their class. Their duties were restricted only to their class. So what these student librarians did for me, I made around 4 student librarians in each class, 2 girls, 2 boys. In case someone gets absent, so other 2, 3 people will always be there to help you, right? So these student librarians used to bring the children down to the library in a disciplined way, and I trained them how to issue the books. My school still follows the manual issue return thing. We are under the process of automation, but till then, we will be continuing with the manual issue return. So I trained them that how you issue the books on the cards. So they sit on their designated places. The children take the books to them and they issue the books. Rest of the 2 children do this, and rest 2 student librarians, they help students choose the book because they are good readers. I make only the student librarians who are good readers, who read a lot. So they are helpful in the children at the time of issuing books. When children are confused which book to issue, so sometimes they suggest good books to the children. They help me arrange the shelves again. They help me arrange the furniture again. So, and I get a little hands-free in my library. So that time I utilize in taking the rounds and helping children select the book, uh, helping the children read the book, understand the meaning of the word, or comprehend the meaning of a paragraph or something, right? Otherwise, earlier what happened, the entire library period went only in issue return, and I could not do anything else. And they were making noise also sometimes, and which I could not control because all my mind was there in issue return. So now this problem is sorted. My issue return has been taken care of by my student librarian. So I have a little free time in the library. Then second, ensures continuous library engagement even beyond scheduled library. Now I cannot be everywhere. So whenever there was a substitution period or so these student librarians used to present the book talks. They used to handle the class library also. We also have class library system where each class has a set of library books kept in the library. So in their substitution period, if there's nothing going on, no teaching is going on, they just take the book from the class library and they read. So they maintain the class library also. And even my library council helped me organize events, the competitions and other library events. So the library reading thing continues beyond the library walls. Help manage displays, assemblies, and events eventually. I just shared that story with you, that how children helped me in maintaining the display boards. There was a committee. There was a council committee that helped me in presenting library items in the assembly also. And there was one committee who handled all the events like creative writing competition, book talk competition. So every Saturday we have these house competitions where I introduced all these. events. Then encourages peer-to-peer learning, reducing direct supervision needs. Sometimes I also ask my student librarians, class student librarians, to give the buddy system to the slow readers. They know that in their class, which students are very good readers, which students are a little slow reader. So they sometimes designate a buddy reader to the slow readers. So they make the pairs and the children sit in pairs and they both read together. So that reduces a little supervision needs because our class size is huge. We have around 45 to 50 children in each class. So it's not possible for me to go sometimes to every student and help them. So this way we ensure that every child is reading and understanding and comprehending. Enables the librarians to focus on curriculum planning, collection development, and mentoring. Yes. So when I got all these things, my activities are planned by children, my class control has been taken by students and everything. So I got a little time. And then that time I utilized in planning the curriculum, preparing for the curriculum, collection development, accession, cataloging, everything. And the last is reduces workload by delegating creative, technical, and promotional tasks. Yes, it actually reduced a lot of workload because I gave the videos and photographs, pictures to my team, and I asked them to create a video for that. I asked them to create a poster for the fresh arrival. Asked them to create a poster for my next activity. Everything. So a lot of things were delegated. Now I'll come back to the previous slide here. Formation of the library. So now the most important now till here we have understood that what is a library, how it functions, and everything, why it is important, what objectives it will fulfill. Now, formation, that is the most important but most difficult part of starting a library council. So the first point here comes members selected from different classes. See, library council must have the representation. The first point and most important point in forming the library council is that it must have the representation from various class levels. Like if you are making this library council for the entire school, then there should be representation from primary, junior, and senior. It should not happen that all the library council members are from seniors and primary and juniors, because then you won't have the voice of primary and juniors in your board, right? So you have to choose, like I am the librarian only for junior classes, so grade 6 to 8. So my council includes grade 8, 7, and 6 only. How do I do that? Hierarchy, which I follow, is that I first choose my council head, library council head, one person who will head the entire library council. All the work, everything, the coordination work will be done by him or her. So I choose that person first, the head of the library council. That is my choice. There's no criteria for that. Then the committees. There are 5 committees which I have made under the library council, which I'm going to discuss further in the upcoming slides, right? Then the committee heads. Then I choose, the next comes in hierarchy, the heads of the committee. So 5 committees, so 5 heads of the committee, or maybe I take 2 people as the head of the committee. So that heads of the committee must be from the senior most class. So I take it from, if you are making it from for the school, then you should choose from senior classes. I have chosen from class grade 8th, right? Now, under the committees, they have core committee. So class, now your job is done. You have chosen the head of the library council and you have chosen the heads of the committees of the library council. After that, now you give them this responsibility of further making their core committee and sub-core committee. The core committee will comprise grade 7s and sub-core committee will comprise grade 6. So they will select children for their core committees and sub-core committees. So this way, you will have the representation from all the classes, right? And then they know the hierarchy also, the heads, then core, then sub-core. Now, how to choose? again, a challenging thing to do. Students in the library council are chosen on 3 important aspects: interest in reading and writing. That is mandatory. If the child is not interested, okay, if the child is not interested in reading and writing, then there's no point of taking him in the library council, because everything is going to be around reading. Okay, the books, reading, writing, everything. So the child has to be interested in reading. Then creative and technical skills. How creative the child is, how technical skills he has, how much tech savvy he is. And the third is leadership and teamwork. Now, talking about all these things, it's very simple that these are the criteria and these are the classes, and then you choose. But implementing this in practical, it is very, very difficult. Because trust me, the moment you announce it that you are going to start with the library council, and the children interested can come and give their names to you, my God, the children will flood your library. Every now and then they will come and they say, I want to be, and then it will be very difficult for you to choose from. And secondly, the important point is that the child is sincere, the child is good in reading, the child is academically very good, but you don't know how creative he is, how tech savvy he is. So how will you decide that who will become the heads of the council, who will be the part of the library council? So for that, what I figured out is that I decided one task for each category, each committee, right? Like for softball committee, I decided that all those who are willing to join this committee, they have to complete this task. I gave them one task, like there were some boards in the corridor, junior corridor. I told them that this corridor, Saturday, from 8 to 9 in the 0 period, you have to come and show me with an idea and the material how you are going to set up the board. So, and the board has not only should be good to look at, but it should be informative also. So you come up with your idea, you come up with your material. I'll provide you 1/4 size of the board, and in that time you have to set up the board for me. Whosoever does it best will be selected as but you don't start it with all the classes together. You just do it for the senior most class first. When I was choosing the heads of the committees, I decided that I announced that only class 8th will come. So class 8th came up with their material and their idea, and they put it up on the board. And I decided from there the best, the children who are most creative and most informative in their board were decided as the head of that soft board committee. Right? So that's how I started with the topmost level of the library council. In the same manner, for IT, I provided them some pictures, provided some videos, and asked them to give me a video using these pictures in most creative way, and email the video to me. So I got a lot of entries, and the best videos were those children were made the head of the library IT cell. Right? So that's how I worked it out. Maybe your ideas, you could have a better idea. You can think of something else. But these are the problems, hurdles, and these will be the solutions, probable solutions, which I'm suggesting you here. Someone is annotating. Brinda, can you please check?
Yeah, can you please stop using the thing? Sudha, I think so. Somebody called Sudha. Can you please
annotating
stop editing or annotating the presentation? Thank you so much.
Okay. So now next is each member assigned to a specific committee. So you are not going to run the library council as a whole. It is easier for you if you divide the library council into separate committees. As per the area.
Ma'am, not audible, please. Your voice is not audible.
Sorry, Vanna. I think so. You
Your
check
voice
your
is
connection.
not audible.
Everybody can hear Monica. I can hear Monica very well. Vanna, can you please check your connection once?
Even I can hear now. Okay.
So Vanna, please check your connection. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm holding my mic closer to my mouth now. I hope I'm audible. So each member, now next is each member assigned to a specific committee, right? You assign, instead of running the library council as a whole, you divide the council into specific committees, the areas which you want to focus upon. This will, there would be no confusion, no chaos. Everyone knows his role, the duty, and it would be easier and to run the council smoothly. Then last is librarian as the mentor and coordinator, right? So you have to coordinate among the committees, because the committees will have to coordinate among each other a lot. All their work will be dependent on each other. So you have to act as a coordinator, and you will be mentoring them, giving them ideas. First year, they would not know what to do. First year, it would, everything you have to do a lot of hand holding with them, because they don't know anything. You have to train them. So first year is going to be a little rough, uncertain, but second year, they will all know, they are all aware what they are supposed to do and how to take it forward, right? So now let's start with the structure of the library council. Till now, any questions? Then I'll start the second phase, the structure of the, if there are no questions, no doubts, then we
Ma'am,
can
I
move
wanted
ahead.
to ask, when you talk about behavioral aspect of leadership, or two, you spoke about activities were somehow manageable. But when you say leadership qualities, what would kind of activities would you look at?
See, leadership, I was talking about this council, library council. Leadership, like first year, I had to tell them everything. But in the second year, even first year also, leadership means, what do you want to see in the library? They are going to decide what kind of books they want to read. Definitely, I'll be going through all the list. I cannot provide anything they wish to read in the library. But yes, they will be curating the list of books. They will be asking their friends, their teachers, and bringing me the list of books which they want to see. In the activities also, they came up with the ideas that, ma'am, I want to do a this literature circle thing in the, as a competition, the character analysis competition in my house activity. So I said, very good, wonderful idea. Why don't you do this? So they came up with all the idea that how they can conduct this. And someone came up with that, like, we have model class presentations also, where all the classes come together on the stage and they present different, the parents are being called for the model class. And class wise, like class 7th has model class today, so all class 7s present different items on the stage. So every teacher has to present, one drama is there, one dance is there, one yoga item is there, one library item has to be there. So for that, children gave me wonderful ideas this time. They said, ma'am, let's have a Shark Tank thing on library thing. So they are coming up with such wonderful ideas which I could have never thought of. And they helped me with the presentation. They helped me with the conceptualizing the idea that how we can present this Shark Tank, book tank thing on the stage. So that's how they are taking the leadership. And also, they are not doing it all alone. They're involving other children also. From their class, from primary, junior classes, from primaries, they are involving everyone in that. Like my assembly children, assembly committee, they presented a lot of talk shows and other in the assembly, and quizzes in the assembly with the help of other children, which are of primary classes, primaries and juniors. And like, I have only 6 to 8, so they took from class 6th and 7th also. So that's how. So it develops leadership skills and collaboration skills and teamwork skills in them. Right? Shall we move ahead? Any other
Yeah,
question?
please. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Monica, just a minute. Jayashree wants to know about the different committees. And so far, I understood these are the different committees you're talking about, the current slide, right?
I'm going to elaborate on this
Jayashree,
topic now.
okay, fine. Sorted. Continue, please.
Okay. So now we come up with a proper council structure. We just till now we discussed what is the hierarchy of the library council. Now, after deciding the hierarchy, how the council should work under, I just told you that running the entire library council as a whole, it would be difficult. If we divide them into different sections or committees, it would be easier for us to follow. right? So in my library council, there are 5 committees. First one is voice and vision. I'll take all these committees one by one in the upcoming slides. I'm just introducing the committees here, right? So voice and vision is my first committee. That is all, they all do the library assembly presentations. So I make it a point that every second week, like 15 days, in 15 days, there has to be a presentation of library in the assembly, because assembly is a very integral part of the school system, and all the children are there assembled. So if you do something there, you will be visible to everyone, right? So my area was assembly. So one team was there only to work about the assembly presentation. Second was design and display, softboard and corridor displays. So this team helped me with the displays in the corridors, junior corridor, and in the library softboards also. Then third was read and recommend committee, very important committee, because they helped me in the promotion of reading. They suggested me the activities which I could take up in the classes, and what extracurricular activities we can do. So the competitions and the acts, enactments, everything they used to suggest, and recommend books also for the library collection. The next was IIT committee. This was a great help because this saved me a lot of time, because prior to that, I used to make all the videos and everything. But then this committee took up all my headache of making the videos. I don't know whether you do it or not. I want to make myself visible to everyone. For that, I take the help of videos. So I used to make videos of my activities and post it on the groups and GCs, so that everyone knows what's going on inside the library. Otherwise, my activities were all there inside the library walls. People outside the library did not know that how much fun we are having in the library. So this video thing helped me a lot in getting the acknowledgement. Then last, this committee was Authors Arcade, creative writing and publishing. We have a lot of children who write so well, very creatively. They write stories, they write poems and everything. So I made a group of that also to help other children learn how to write, right? Now let's take all these committees one by one. So our first committee is Voice and Vision Committee. So this committee prepare content for library assembly and presentations, right? So what library assembly presentations I'm talking about? Present book talks, author birthdays, quizzes, and reading related presentations. So there was author birthdays, J.K. Rowling's birthday, Roald Dahl's birthday. So they used to celebrate these birthdays in the assembly by biography, Coffee with J.K. Rowling. One child enacted as the J.K. Rowling personality, and one other one was the interviewer, and she interviewed J.K. Rowling. So this way, other children got to know about J.K. Rowling's biography a little. So that's how. So authors' birthdays, then quizzes, they had other things which were presented in the assembly. Then share library rules, promote library initiatives, events, and competitions. So I use this as to create a buzz about the library activity also. Like next activity is literature circle. So they will present in house activities also. They will start doing literature circles, character analysis things, book talks also, and they will plan competitions, the house competitions. They will introduce this present book talks, and there would be winners, a proper competition sort of thing. Then act as library ambassadors during events, like any author interaction is there in the school, author is visiting a school, or if you have a book fair, a scholastic book fair, or any other book fair. So I used to give these people, promote that event and be there as the ambassadors of the library ambassadors in these events. Then collect and filter user suggestions, concerns, and ideas. Yes, if they come to know that if anyone had a suggestion or something, they used to approach these children, right? So this council was introduced in the assembly so that everyone knows who to approach if they have a concern, if they have a suggestion, if they have an idea. Who are the children whom they can go and register their things. Otherwise, I have a suggestion box in the library also where they can put in their ideas and suggestions. And this team only opens that box, takes out all the suggestions, and then make a proper note of it. Then comes the design and display committee. This create visually appealing and informative displays that promote reading and library resources. This softboard also took a lot of my very productive time. So, and this was the most difficult thing for me to do because I'm not very good in art and craft, and this making a board was such a task for me. So I created this committee who helped me in doing this. So their job is to update the main library softboard with themes like monthly observances, new arrivals, and literary anniversaries. So I had one library softboard in the library which they used to decorate with themes and ideas, informative as well as good to look at. Then showcase students' work on the library softboards and corridor displays. So whenever I did some activity and I had, like in my literature circle, children presented wonderful roll sheets. So the research about the book and the connection about the book, they were wonderful worksheets which I had. I wanted to display them. So I asked this committee to display. They put a good heading, activity of the month, literature circle, and the best submissions for these. So that's how the children, while passing through the corridor, they can look at their work and they feel proud about it. Then collaborate with read and recommend and IT committees, right? All these committees have to work in collaboration with each other because this committee will help the read and recommend committee and IT committees also because they are good in designing. They know how to display something very attractively. So they have to work with them also in their work. And the last is design posters for library activities, competitions, and celebrations. If there's any celebration in the library, activities, competitions, which I already discussed about, house activities. So they used to sit with IT team and decide that what should be the layout of our poster or flyers. We just get the online flyers floated on the group. Read and recommend committee. Next is our read and recommend committee. This is the committee that encourage and facilitate the reading habits of the student community. They create book posters, book trailers, and teaser content. Book posters and trailers are prepared by my team, but they sit with this read and recommend committee because this committee is very well versed with all the books in the library. They are good readers. Their job is to read books and recommend books to the student. So they sit with IT team and then they prepare the book trailers and book posters, and I float them. This was a very unique idea which I got, I think, last year or last year, that how to create a buzz about the new arrivals in the library. So I gave this task to my council that you create the book posters and book trailers, which I will float on Google Classroom and on the groups also, through broadcast, and tell them that this is the latest arrival in the library. Come get it issued from the library. I'll show you that I've added those trailers and posters in my presentation, which I'll show you in the end. And this poster, which you can see in the center, one of us is lying. This is actually a book poster created by my read and recommend committee only. Then conduct peer book talks and mini reviews. They conduct in the assembly also, sometimes they conduct book talks, mini reviews. In the classes also, in house gatherings also, they present book talks and book reviews. Then the next role is that curate and publicize student and teacher recommendations list for different age groups and interests. Yes, their most important job is to help me develop the collection in the library. So for that, they also recommend the book, and it's their job to approach the students and take the suggestions of books from them, to approach teachers also, which books are their favorites, and they can add it to the list, right? Different age groups. So they have to curate the list for different age groups, right? What kind of age group and different interest also. Not only fiction, but non-fiction, biographies, different areas of library collection development, they have to take care of. So they will only suggest the books, but the final authority will be mine. I'll go through all the suggestions. If I find any inappropriate book for their age group, I always just discard it or remove it from the list. Then encourage reluctant readers through peer influence. Yes, that buddy reading, I just discussed this. So these buddy readers also, they decide the student librarians also, and the buddy readers also sometimes. Yeah. And next is the IT committee. They take this committee leverage technology for library promotion, resource management, and digital content creation. So their first job is to design library activity of the month video. In our school system, every month we introduce one library activity. Out of 4 weeks, 3 weeks are reading and issue return and regular library routine. 1 week we decide as the library activity. So just to break the monotony and make children more interested in coming to the library. So activity of the month is decided in the curriculum. And I click the pictures, I make short videos of those activities, and then I share it with the team, and they create a video of the month, which I float on various platforms. So just to be seen by all the staff members, principal, management, everyone. So you are seen and felt by everyone. Design posters for library events and competitions. Yes, they have to sit with this creative committee, design and display committee, and then design the event competition posters and flyers. Then collaborate with read and recommend committee to design book posters. Okay, just discuss this. Read and recommend committee to design the book posters and trailers. I'll show you this, the poster I showed you. This is the trailer, which was created by my student of grade 7, the book trailer.
Okay.
And I'll share this trailer in the end of the slide. And then promote library activities on the school's social media platforms. Yes, social media has become so powerful these days. So how can we not use it or our leverage? So I asked my IT team only to give me a social media video, short 30-second video reel or something, where they showcase what library activities, competitions were done in this month. And I not only posted as my personal video from my Instagram or other platforms, Facebook platforms, but I also provided to my school team to be used, to be posted from the school's Facebook and Instagram post also. So in that, this IT team is a huge help to me. Then last is Authors Arcade. This committee cultivates a culture of creative writing, originality, and appreciation for the authorship process, right? There are some very good children who can write very well. So those are the children who become the heads of this committee, and their job is to organize workshops and sessions on various aspects of writing stories and poetry and the process of publishing a book. So most of the children, they want to read like Bree books. As soon as the Bree book was introduced, a lot of children published their books on Bree books. But I found that most of them were very average. Like whatever they came to mind, they got it. They created the story and they got it published. It was good for the beginning, but they should learn what is the proper process of writing a story. They don't know there's a curve in the story. The story begins and then there's a climax and there's a downfall and then everything gets sorted. They don't know what is the process of writing a story, how to start writing a story. So this committee helps them understand the various aspects of story writing. Like there's a plot, there are characters, there are setting. So all these things are taken up by this session. Like you have to start with you have to think of a plot first, then you decide your characters, then you decide the age and how they look like. Okay, create a picture of your characters in your mind, then setting, where is this story taking place? All these things children don't know. So this group tell them how to start writing a story, how to conceptualize your story, then how to go about it, how to elaborate, how to add dialogues, what kind of language you should use as dialogues, and then how to get your books published also on Bree Books, on Notion Press, on other platforms also. So these children research a lot and then they come prepared and they take sessions with other children. Then creating opportunities, newsletter, display boards to showcase students' created stories and poems. And this, they should encourage others. They would collect the entries from the children, and then they would make sure that the best stories are to be displayed either in the newsletter or in the on the softboards, corridor softboards, to give importance and recognition to these children who have tried their hands in writing stories. Then coordinate virtual or in-person sessions with published author to inspire students. This author session has become a fad these days. Like every school is hosting an author session and all. Though we could not do it so far, but it's definitely on the cards. We definitely like to go. So that's why I've kept this as also one of the roles of this. So to contact with authors and then convince them for an online session or something. Then design and organize writing competitions. Yes, the competitions like other teams suggest that let's do what do you say, book talk competition or a character analysis competition. This committee suggests that let's do a creative writing competition. Give them settings, character, and plot, and let's see if in half an hour what they can come up with, what they can write, and the best story wins a prize. So these competitions, they keep on bringing me the idea and they decide how to take it up, when to take it up, the date and time and everything. They create the flyers and posters and everything, and we do it in the zero period or in the house activities on Saturdays. So that was all about the formation and functions of a library council. Now, till now, everything was so good. It felt so good, fancy. But it was not easy at all. It is not easy at all. There are so many limitations, so many problems in this. So what could be our problems? First, and the biggest problem is the academic versus extracurricular tug of war. Because of which many talented students who would be great for the council hesitate to join because they fear it will eat into their study time. Yes, sometimes the studious children, the ones who are the toppers of the class, they would not join your council. Why? Because they think it would be a lot of work and unnecessarily it will disturb them from their studies. And even the teachers will also not give you that child because they fear that he will miss out his classes or something. So you have to ensure that they are not bothered every now and then. You have to decide a fixed time, weekly one meeting on Saturdays, on Mondays, whenever you think your system allows you, school system allows you, you just call them once in a week and you'll decide the next. And the activities also, the assembly activities also, the competitions also will not happen on every week. Either once in 2 weeks, like if every fortnightly, or once in a month. Just and different. One week the assembly activity, next week a competition, next week an author session. So this way all 4 of your weeks will be occupied, and not all the committees will be. Just a minute. Just my laptop is running low on battery. Just allow me to plug in the charger.
It's absolutely fine, Monica. Don't worry. You can do that.
Thank you. Sorry for that. Yeah. So you have to make sure and you have to ensure that they are not bothered every now and then. There has to be a particular time and date for for council meetings, and not all the committees are involved all together. 1 week, one committee, second week, second committee. So this way, they will get their turn only once in a month. So they will not fear joining your council. Second is vague selection criteria. The process for choosing members should be transparent and skill-based. That's what I just discussed in the previous slide. That selection criteria is very important, but the most difficult part of this, because a lot of people would be there and you don't know what their talents lie in, where their talents lie in. Maybe they think that they are very good in making the video, but not that good. So you have to decide one task. What I did, maybe there's something else for you. You think of a better solution, but what I thought that let's set up a task for each committee, and those who do it the best, I would come to know, yes, they're good at how good they are in the task given to them. Then last is inconsistency and momentum loss. Keeping a consistent schedule of the display and videos is the hardest part of the job. Yes, in the beginning, it is very, all of the children are very excited. They will come running to the library on one call and everything will, they are very excited also about something new coming up, what they are everything. But after the time, like 3-4 months, and when they have especially the pressure of exams and tests and exams, you will lose consistency and momentum. So you have to figure out how you will do it. During the exam time, I don't keep any activity. In my September and February's, I don't keep any activity, any involvement of library council and any of it, so that they are mentally free to focus on their studies, right? So you have to think of, and you might face some other limitations. In your case, there could be other limitations, other solutions, other challenges, right? So you have to think and see what works for you best. Now, this is some glimpses of what I do, the rewards and recognition. So I give away the badges. My school management does not provide me the badges because it's a huge team. They cannot provide badges for everyone. So I did this. I downloaded this student librarian badge from Google. It's easily available there. And I got these printed on photo paper, got them cut and distributed to the student librarians, because each section had 4 librarians. How many librarian badges you would also provide? So just paper badges. And these student librarians were supposed to stick a cardboard and a safety pin at the back, and they would wear it and laminate it with a sellotape so that it doesn't get wet. Right? So these were the badges given to my student library. Badges are very important thing. That is like a motivation for these children to work, because they are going to get a badge. They'll call it with the office bearers and badge holders. So it's something to boast about. So this is very important, to give away the badges to the people who will work. Otherwise, they won't be interested. And the next is my Junior Library Council badges. And my children, the council members, only design these badges. They got them designed. I approved. I got them printed and given these badges to them. Then I have recently, not recently, 1 year has passed now, Reader of the Month thing. So this poster is also created by my library council, ITT. So I just provide the child's picture and the details why I have chosen this child as the Reader of the Month. And they create the poster and provide it to me, and which I floated on the group and this Google Classroom. Next, down here, you can see an Excel sheet there, which I was talking about, the library scoreboard. I call it as a library scoreboard. So you can see on one side, all the left-hand side, all the names are there for each class and section. At the bottom, if you can see, there are some classes, 6A, 6B written. So each class has a sheet, and then the names are imported from ERP. And in front of that, you can see that book talk, story, poetry, summer assignment, whatever I do, whatever activities they do, they get points for that, and the total score is there. So anytime they can see that where am I standing in this class leaderboard, and they already know who's going to get the best reader prize this year. And so it's all transparent. Nobody can question anything that why that child has got the prize and I did not get that. And next you can see the picture of my best reader, library best reader prizes given in the assembly, certificates and the prize. Then Library Council in action. You can see the first picture is of the Library Council. When we started it, it was the first Library Council meeting where I'm giving away the badges to them. Then the next is that the assembly activity, the J.K. Rowling's birthday, author discussion going on in the assembly, the Read and Voice and Vision Committee. Then is the Read and Recommend Committee, the poster which I showed, created by my Voice and Vision Read and Recommend Committee. Then Design and Display, all these pictures you have seen. The last one is my student librarian. You can see the student librarians have designated places in the library at table where they sit, and the other children, they come, get the books issued by them. So I have a little free hands in the library time. And this is my library, what do you say? Book trailer, which I was talking about. So I gave them an idea that why don't we create trailers like movies, but not to use any movie picture, that the images to be used for the book trailer are only from the book, so that it looks like it's a book trailer. Earlier, they made us send me the videos which looked like as a movie trailer. So I said, no, it does not look like a movie trailer. It looks like a book trailer. It looks like a movie trailer. So I restricted them. I told them only the pictures to be used from the book. So here I'm playing.
She's not a bad kid, but she had to do it. She had to do it. They are not a bad kid, but they had to do it. They couldn't know. They had a face. She's not a bad kid, but they had to do it. She had to cry. She had to give up.
This was made by a grade 7 girl. I could have never imagined, even my IT team could have made something like this. So you never know what potential they have until you give them the opportunity to come and show you your work. And a little more motivation, encouragement, and guidance can do wonders for you and for them as well. One more video I would like to share, the best ones. These two are the best ones. So I've just shared these. So that was all. Hope I could make myself clear. I could share any doubts and questions now.
Thank you so much, Monica. It was indeed a wonderful session. Some great ideas, some great takeaways for all of us. I'm pretty sure. At least I would have not thought about having the library council, but yes, it creates a lot of question marks and a lot of things. It's like amazing. I have, for all the participants, I have shared the Google feedback form in the chat box. If you can open it, if you can fill it up. And once you fill it up, then only you will get the certificates. I request you all to please fill up the form. If any one of you have any questions, you can ask. It's already 3:06. understand that it's a Saturday evening. Thank you so much for your patience, all your time. But definitely, Monica's session was superb, engaging, and amazing. So if anybody wants to ask, please raise your hand, unmute, and you can ask Monica. We will take another 2 to 3 minutes, and then those who have no questions, those who are all good, they can leave after filling up the feedback form.
Actually, I
behalf
also
of-
did not realize that how helpful the library council would be. Initially, it was a problem handling the council, but once you are all through,
I
it's
know,
like
I know.
easy
The
to
first year, it might be some trial and error kind of a thing, but once you
lot of
know the
hurdles. Yes.
key, it's easy. I know
They
it
are
makes a lot of
also
difference.
new, inexperienced. You are also inexperienced. You come up with a lot of hurdles and problems, but then second year,
Exactly. I request everybody, if you don't have a question, we will close the meeting. Thank you so much, everyone. Please
Excuse me,
fill up
ma'am.
the form before you leave. Yes, Jayashri.
Can I have some ideas on the activities?
Sure. Please.
Sorry, is there a question?
Jayashri, please
Can I have-
continue with your question, Jayashri.
Can I have some ideas on the activities?
On the
She wants to know
activities.
what kind of activities, but
Activities I
yes,
just
Monica.
shared. See, there's a lot of, but that cannot be shared all here. I have taken one session on the activities also. Just search on Google, you'll find a lot of activities, literature circle, character analysis, even Scrabble could be a very good, where you give the clues to the to children to think of a difficult word. Just give them a clue. I've created all these.
Is it related to the bulletin boards concept which you did already? Is it?
Bulletin boards also.
Sorry, my
they're
voice is
very-
not clear. I've got a very bad throat.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I understand. Bulletin boards could be very interactive. There's a lot of ideas for bulletin boards. I can share with your. If you can
Sorry
just
to
share their
interrupt.
email, my email ID with them, please.
Monica, we had a session on bulletin boards. You can go to YouTube, you can check and
great.
follow Library Solutions. We had one entire session about interactive bulletin boards. You can check it
I
out.
know,
We
I know.
did a lot of ideas. Okay, Jayashri. So
Yes,
revisit that
yes, thank you.
presentation.
Thank
Okay,
you.
fine. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Thank you so much, Jayashri.
I'd like to say thank you so much. It was a very wonderful session, very informative. I'm planning to start it in my school.
It's my pleasure, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you, everyone. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you so
We
much. It
can-
was so informative. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a restful weekend. Bye, everybody.
Bye, ma'am. Bye.
Bye. Rest. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much for a wonderful session.
Having a-
Monica, brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we
Bye,
would
everyone.
Thank you,
see
ma'am.
sessions like this.
Thank you so much. I'll try to share my email ID if any one of you want to contact me for any.
Sure, please, we would like to connect with you.
Yeah, sure. If we can share my email ID, resource person's email ID, we share with that certificate thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to
Any-
start with the book trailer because it was there in my mind since last year, but I could not do it. We did had a library club, but the committees which I was like, the council, I had raised a question also. I don't know whether it was seen, but then I had a question regarding this. We do have the school councils and all. So, like you had suggested the limitations also for the same, right? We do have lots of limitations. We cannot collaborate
That's
with
what
the teachers.
I
and
started with the story that
Yeah.
every time you will get a hurdle. You start something, you will get a hurdle. So you have to
Yeah.
figure out, you have to, all the challenges would be different. For everyone, the challenges would be different and solutions would be different. Right?
Right.
So you have to figure out your